Dude, I'm just listening to some Fugazi. Can you hear it?
Yeah, I like Fugazi too.
So good, dude. So good. I wish we could get permission from them to use their music on our show sometime. That would be
Well,
cool.
the coolest thing about Fugazi, without a doubt, and this goes back to their very beginnings, we all see how ticket prices are out of hand, not just baseball games or freaking concerts. You can barely go to a club, see your friend play less than $20 these days.
Right.
Not to sound cheap, but sorry, but we got $6 gas out there. But Fugazi only charged $5 for their show for the longest time. Even back in the 90s and the 80s, that was, I mean, you were looking at for a road show, a major band, anywhere from 15 to 30 bucks. I mean, I can look back on a lot of ticket stubs, and $27.50 was when you got Chili Peppers or Soundgarden or Pearl Jam coming through, well, okay. Yeah. But Fugazi stuck to $5 for so long. I'd be interested to check in on that.
Yeah, and check in on them. Maybe we could, dude, let's take the show up a notch.
Yeah.
Be like, what's up, Fugazi? You guys want to be on our silly little show, man?
Hope one of you guys like baseball.
Yeah. But shit, what's been up, man? I just got back from a trip. What's been going on with you? Hanging out with the little lady?
Hanging out with the little lady, enjoying the birthday today. Oh, I see your little friend there. And yeah, just being the birthday boy today or this past weekend. Like my daughter says, birthday week, Daddy.
Birthday week. You deserve it, Hank. Yeah. Hank deserves a whole week for sure, man.
Definitely gonna take some more time off.
We know something I learned from these hippies up here and these granolas and these yoga people. Shit. Other than weed, what did I learn?
I'm so glad you learned that.
I learned weed from up here, and I learned to you got to have me time, man.
Mm-hmm.
So take a birthday week and celebrate. Man, I got through another fucking year of everything that we all just have gone through, take a week.
Yeah. One existential crisis for the planet Earth, one right after the other. Absolutely. We're all lucky to still be here today, man. But baseball, I saw some chatter where saying, hey, the players hold some of the blame. Some writer said, hey, players have a part in this. No, man, it is the owners. Like, the owners are the ones they're the ones that have locked out. It's a lockout. It's not a strike.
Yeah, they drug their feet for all those weeks, man.
Yeah. Sorry. What was that?
I don't know. I guess my cat's tail. I thought I saw something, but yeah, it had to have been my cat's tail. I thought I saw something behind me in the little monitor screen up there.
Okay.
Where you can see yourself. The players' interests in this thing, they're fighting for the guys who aren't as well paid and established, and they're fighting for I think they're more fighting for the game itself, because the players union is the one that's wanting to push for more competition and stop the tanking and teams selling off wholesale. Like the Marlins started that shit when they won the World Series and then sold everybody off. And the Astros did it and they rebuilt. Good for them, but now every team is following that fucking model. While you've got over here, we know that's not the model and it doesn't do any good for the game. And we see a team over here that's an unspoken, unknown, what would you call it? Not an empire, but not a franchise, a dynasty, the Tampa Bay Rays. They do it, like the Athletics do it. They use advanced metrics and they find guys who've been.
Where are their titles, for one?
Yeah.
That's the one thing that always worried me about Moneyball. They didn't get a title with that then.
No.
Am I mistaken? Did I miss one?
No.
Billy Bean does not have a.
No, you're right.
I love Billy. I'm just saying, same thing with Tampa. Yeah, it's good. You're competitive year in and year out. Didn't mean to
Yeah.
just jump on you like that, but you
No,
know what I
but
mean. It's
just interesting that it's the players that are pushing for this.
yeah.
And the organizations, there's fewer of them and there's more money involved for them. There's so much money to go around in this, dude. It should be like, wow, look what we did with baseball, everybody. We got steroids gone, you know, we cleaned up the game. It's getting better. We've got all these young players. Let's celebrate. No, they're like pinching their fucking asses.
Oh, I know it. And you know, that's what I respect. Obviously, the players going in and keeping up with the little guys.
Yeah.
Because you know, some of those right now, I mean, yeah, that's, I don't know, man. Some guys being locked out from their money ain't a big deal. They have enough money.
Yeah.
It's not everybody's case. And I get what they're pushing for on their, I mean, I really like, for the integrity of the game, I really wish the players union, again, I know I go back to this, but they need to be the ones that to do something about the umpiring too.
Yeah.
I mean, this is like, how can that continue? I mean, all this money, all these resources are just being hoarded. They're not being spread throughout the game into technology, human resources. I mean, reaching out in third world places. Yeah. Fellowship and charity. They're just, none of these guys are having any of it, man.
Yeah.
It's like they don't care about the game. They just prove me wrong. I mean, Manfred doesn't care about the games. When you mention the owners, I mean, they're trying to pretend like they're broke or that it's not profitable owning. It's just not profitable owning a major. That's literally that's where their stand is, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you know, all the major news networks, when they go defend themselves in court, they don't say, well, we're trying to tell the truth. No, we're entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with, oh, you know, these billionaires, we're broke. You just don't know. You peasants just don't know how it is running a baseball team, handling all this money.
Know, right?
You know, y'all just don't. And then for them to make that case, when, you know, they had a couple of record years, the last 2 weeks, there's only 2 teams that are public. Do you know those 2 teams? Major League Baseball is privately owned other than 2 teams. And they are the ones that showed their financial reports very open and clearly as to, you know, what because they have to, because they're a public company.
Marino? Is Marino one of them?
No, not the Angels.
The dude in New York? Cohen? Or the new one for the Mets? No?
I mean, you know, like how the Packers are owned like by Green Bay.
Fucking commies.
No way, that's the way it's supposed to be. But no, come on. It's 2 teams. Their financials just came out, you know, for the year.
Who are we talking about?
The Atlanta Braves, which they made some pretty good money winning the World Series.
Okay.
Not, you know, and the other one's Toronto. They're publicly owned by the Rogers Group, I think, or something.
Mm-hmm.
But them creating this facade like they're not making money. Both of those clubs clearly made money.
It's fucking hilarious.
And then when you go back, yeah, it is. Well, and then you bring up the Marlins. That brings up Jeffrey Laura.
Yeah.
That man spent, oh my God, what did he turn his original investment of like 50 million into almost $1 billion? And he did it all by owning and tanking. And you know what I mean? He did the whole hedge fund manager thing up to the top. So you can't tell me it's not profitable. That man alone, he's not even in the game anymore, but he made almost $1 billion off selling the Marlins to, you know, Jeter and all those guys.
Fucking day trading racketeers, man.
Mm-hmm. And that's like, he's the biggest component. I mean, he's the biggest, and he's out of the game, but that's what they're just trying to protect everybody. I mean, I don't know how you could be a billionaire and still be completely bloodthirsty for more.
How can you not be? Look at fucking Putin. Look at the world, man.
Look at Musk. Look at Bill Gates.
When has anybody ever with this kind of fucking power, except for a handful of times, fucking not gotten worse?
Absolutely, because they get more corrupted. They get more money. And
absolute power corrupts absolutely, or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, we could go. I mean, I know there's not even a lot to talk about. I do like some of the coverage the team. I don't know if you're keeping up with your cards. Are you getting a lot of coverage from spring training about the guys that are there, the minor leaguers that have never? It's just, oh man.
No, not really. The only chatter's been about the lockout, and there's a couple. All the stories are kind of old. I mean, we're talking about the DH, but we're excited that the DH is going to be there, and the news is kind of filled up with Albert Pujols rumors and this kid named Yepes, who just raked in AAA last year and doesn't really have a natural position. So it's kind of tailor-made that we give this guy a chance and give him some at bats. And then you can also, even if it doesn't work out, you get guys days off. I think the National League is going to be pretty creative with the way they use the DH. I don't think they're just going to go like the American League and just go with the big boppers at DH. They're going to rotate your right fielder out. And we've got some older guys like Goldschmidt or Molina can stay in the lineup if he's hot because he's a streaky player. We can get those guys half of a day off kind of thing. But that's kind of what the news has been about the Cardinals and how we're being picked to be under 500 this year by like Zips, I think, or somebody.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, there's you get Cardinal Nation angry at you.
Oh yeah, I can only imagine.
Get millions of Cardinal fans upset and behind pushing for this team, man. I don't know. I think we could do something magical this year, especially after what did we win 24 in a row or something last year? Do you remember that?
How we forget so easily with this historical amnesia, but that's how you guys got in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And then you fired the coach that got you there, though.
That is confounding. Didn't he land with the Padres, I think?
Did he? But he's a lifetime baseball man. He needs to end up somewhere. He didn't take long.
Or like scouting department or something.
Yeah.
It wasn't a manager's job, but man.
Well, yeah. But the DH thing, as you were saying that, I know with the Rangers tanking this past year, we did have a catcher. I can't remember his name right now, but I think he was in AA, but he was good at hitting. They brought him up to make contact as the DH. I don't even think he ever took the field.
Yeah.
Even though catcher was his position, we already had another dude. We already had two catchers. So we kind of had but for us, obviously having a year like we did and us, this past year being our tank year. I don't want another tank year. That was it. Please do not put me through what I just went through as a Rangers fan,
Yeah.
So it's a good strategy. I mean, like you said, you get somebody make contact, get hits. That's what you need. You don't need a dang home run every time. Yeah. You put somebody. Well, Harold Baines was the same way. He wasn't a big home runner. Yeah.
Good hard contact, man. Move the ball. The harder you hit it, the harder it is to fucking catch. That's just physics.
I mean, I'm a big hitting for average guy. I mean, I'm a huge Tony Gwynn man. I mean, Tony Gwynn, that was one of those players when interleague started, I made a point. Okay, interleague has started. Yeah. Padres coming to town. Oh yeah, baby. I'm the scene,
Yeah. I'd be interested to look. Maybe we should pull up some stats at guys like Tony Gwynn's WAR, because batting average has gone down and stolen bases, I think, have gone down in the eyes of scouts and modern baseball, right? I wonder if batting average was just kind of a nearly meaningless thing, or
you gotta. I mean, analytic. I mean, isn't that the analytics bottom bitch is hitting for average? Yeah. I mean, you can't that's what I mean. Even being a statistical guy, you just
I thought it was OBP or plus slugging was their big one. OBP plus slugging percentage.
What do you mean?
Was their bottom bitch. You said I thought it was their bottom. I thought batting average was analytics bottom bitch.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. What did you say it would be?
No, I think you would. No, I don't think a bottom. I think of a bottom bitch as your top whore. When you're,
Well, true. Well, that's
sorry.
what I mean. Well, no, and and I'm not. No, that's exactly along the same lines of what I'm saying. Like, yeah, you're like the bottom of the totem pole is what holds everybody up.
Got it. Okay. Okay.
You're not gonna have you're not gonna have this little fancy thing on top and all
See,
these metrics and submetric. Without that, it doesn't all. It begins with the batting average. Like what other?
Yeah, I thought you were pulling out some jail jargon.
I know. I think that's some sort of like street pimp thing.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
That's your bottom bitch, your top earner.
Yeah. But it's very sexy. I mean, and then Tony Gwynn's stats. Oh my gosh, what I've got it pulled up now. What part of it were you?
I was wondering what his WAR was like during his best seasons, or just overall compared to some of the sabermetric darlings.
Yeah. Okay, hang on a sec. What have I done?
It's like him and Boggs. And do you remember Willie McGee?
Oh yeah. Well, he was a Cardinal, right?
Yeah.
Those
guys who hit for average but not much pop, or not a lot of pop. Boggsy had some pop. But,
yeah, he did.
But those guys, they're thought of as slap hitters or singles hitters,
Yeah.
Now, and that their contributions weren't worth as much as if they had a higher OBP or slugging or exit velocity of 100 plus miles per hour.
Yeah. Well, Tony Gwynn, let's see. I got it pulled up here. I kind of got a little messed up with my computer there. Because the last thing we also, it was like when you go to WAR, mm-hmm. that's in the advanced stats.
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So what was the question again?
What was his WAR like during
his best WAR
years? Yeah, his best WAR.
Okay.
In his
Let's
lifetime.
see. Woo. Okay. His first year, this seems kind of weird. His first year in 1982, it just jumps out. His WAR was 1.0. But his first year, his batting average was 289. He did that in only 54 games and about 190 at bats.
So one game above average, basically.
Yes.
League average player. Okay.
But like 289, dude.
See what I mean?
How that's a
devalued?
Good.
See how it's devalued? I'm just curious. What about in his higher years?
Yeah, because he had 183, he had 1.9, and that does it. Okay, wait, because he batted 309 in 83. He played. Okay, yeah, he only had 86 games his second season.
Slow starter.
Okay. Yeah, and then but other than that, let's see his WAR. 1.9, 6.3, 5.2, 6.7, 8.6.
8.6 is really good.
87, he had an 8.6, and then it fell. That was 3.4. 2.5. He had 5.6 again in 91, 4.6, 92, 3.1, 93, 4.2, 94. His last season, it was 0.6.
Yeah, league average, man. He was a solid player, a good player according to modern analytics.
Mm-hmm. That's like, wow, it's kind of like.
He had one standout year that didn't even compare to guys like Bonds or fucking.
He was a first ballot Hall of Famer. I mean.
I know, that's why it's these. He deserves to be there. Don't get me wrong. Please don't get me wrong on that. I have so much respect for that.
Even his last year,
like he's the poster boy for the old game. But guys who had better stats, or or
I don't know how you might
get maybe better players that aren't in the Hall of Fame. That weren't.
But I'm sitting there thinking. But again, all those wars. Let's. That WAR that's coming, that even on his final season, all of that seems very low. Like, okay, like his batting average, oh my gosh, he never even fell under 300 again, bro. Like that 289, his first year was his worst year
It's like,
with batting average.
yeah, see, he almost hit 300 and was only considered an average player.
Yes. Even his last season only played 71 games. He still batted 324, and you give him a 0.6 WAR.
See what I mean? I don't understand it.
I don't understand WAR that much then either, if it's that big a disconnect from batting average and contact.
Yeah. I know I've seen some of these guys play, and to tell me like Scott Rowland isn't a first ballot Hall of Famer, just the eye test. You know, when like Beltray, we know he's a Hall of Famer.
Oh man, yeah. He needed a ring. I wanted to get Adrian a ring. And
he was with him when the last World Series run, right? The Rangers. Okay.
Oh yeah.
It's been so long, I couldn't remember.
Yeah, well, yeah. After the Giants, when we got there and Michael Young pooched that at third base, there was a couple things. That's a tricky park go into, man. You're not familiar with San Francisco.
Man, was that? Remember how much Michael Young moved around for that team?
Well, yeah, and that's when they signed Adrian. Like, okay, Michael, move again. We're gonna go get Adrian Beltre, and they had to go. He's like, you know. Sometimes he'd give a little gruff.
Yeah.
You know, even though in the end he did usually do the team first, but he had to go through the process.
Yeah. And he retired as a Ranger, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, what about a guy like him? If he would have had 10 more years, or he got his career wasn't that long, right? How long let's look up Michael Young.
Yeah, because and that's, I haven't even thought of him in a hot minute. I was in a Bagel Brothers, Einstein Brothers with him one time. Okay, so let's see, his batting average, his best season. Oh, he had a 306 in 2003, 313 in 2004. You know, when A-Rod got here, he was a that's really kind of the same time.
Fucking hitter.
Yeah,
like, he was really good.
Yeah, Michael, he could pull the ball, man. I mean, absolutely. Kind of once he got contact, he could kind of do with it what he wanted.
Yeah,
I mean, he'd make it look that way. But yeah, his worst season, I haven't looked at the WAR yet, was his first one, 2001, 106 games. He had 249 average. His second season, it was 262. In 2003, that's when he took off, 306, 313. And then in his best year, I guess 2005 was 331, bro. 159 games.
Yeah.
Now, let's see. 2005, that year, his WAR was 3.2.
He had a 3.8 in there as his highest. Yeah, that was at 2000.
Yeah, because the next year, 2006.
Yeah,
but
he hit
only 3.4.
Go ahead.
No, he only hit 314 the next year.
His OBP was lower. His slugging looks like it was lower.
He played all 162 games. He hit fewer home runs. No. Man, okay.
Hits. He had a couple more triples. He had a lot more doubles in the 314 year. See, slugging, man. But no, his slugging was 513 and 459. No, I don't get it. But with guys like that, like I consider him, he didn't
a league average
13 years.
He's kind of a league average, right? Like
I thought he had more hype, dude. He hit anybody that hits 331.
I know. It sounded stupid as soon as I said it. Yeah, he was completely clean, and he did this next to A-Rod for a few years. You know, and then once A-Rod left, he's like, okay, kind of my team now.
Yeah. Even his last year with the Dodgers, he only played 20 games, but look how much rest did for his body. He hit 314.
Yeah. He has never had a problem hitting. Man, it's just crazy.
Yeah. Anyway, it's like guys like that with the eye test, you can tell, man, that's one of the best ball players I've ever seen. You know?
Yeah. Oh no, Michael Young's. I'm a huge fan. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, even the comparisons we made today, that's like I don't know. He's kind of what would I say? He's kind of what we're trying to talk about. That guy that like middle of the road above. We know he's above average. He's passed the eye test. It was just a matter of staying in the game long enough.
That's it.
Like he's one of those guys like you and me were trying to put a lineup together. Neither one of us chose Michael Young. And now I'm sitting there thinking, hey man, I might bust him out of second base next time you and me go head to head with our stats. But
yeah,
it's some good stuff. But he got some high WAR out of those years. He got some higher WAR out of those years than Gwen did.
Yeah.
And hitting for average.
Yeah, but even hitting 331 wasn't Gwen hit higher than that, but Gwen's higher. Wasn't his highest WAR like 8 or so? Gwen, he had one that was like 8.2 or something, right?
Yeah. One year is like 87 or something. Yeah.
The Young, I don't think ever broke 4.
Yeah.
So,
but still to see some of those similar seasons, so different on the WAR. That's my whole point. Like,
yeah, I got you.
You know, right? They hit for average. They stayed on base. They kept the runners moving.
Yeah.
I would have thought the WAR would have been a lot higher.
Yeah. Well, guys like I think Boggsy and like Willie McGee, he had a shot at, or he did win a batting title and got traded to the A's from the Cardinals. But guys like him are kind of viewed like, oh, he was just a slap hitter and he was fast, you know. But one thing about Willie McGee was he was a fabulous defender, and he was a winner. He was a winner. We went to 3 World Series with him, and I'm just trying to fight for his cause. And like Wade Boggs was a winner. He won batting titles. He won championships, right?
Is Boggs is in the Hall of Fame, isn't he?
Yeah.
Oh,
but
okay.
I mean, he's looked down
McGee.
on. Yeah, McGee's not. No, and probably shouldn't be. He can be in the Cardinals Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
You know? He didn't last that. I mean, he lasted a long time, but you know, his legs weren't what they used to be, and so that
he's got a batting title though.
But yeah, exactly. But guys like that, I think, are looked down on now, compared to some other players, some of the 5-tool guys, because apparently everybody's 4 or 5-tool player now in Major League Baseball, which is kind of interesting. I mean, it makes the game so much more fucking exciting.
I mean, yeah, the throws from the outfield assist. That's one thing that our El Bombi, man, he's got an arm on him too, man. I mean, you know, the outfield assist, even Joey Gallo, you know, I love seeing somebody throw somebody out on the bases from the outfield.
Yeah,
that is like, especially at home, oh my God, that's one of the best plays ever.
See, I wish we could talk about where he's going to be. He didn't sign, did he?
Who?
Gallo.
No, he's with the New York, but it's funny because I was going to bring him up anyways, because he had, going back to the baseball talk, and you know, productive this and productive that. I mean, Joey is not a contact hitter, like
no.
Good God, I wish he could. I mean, I wish he would. I think he's capable of it. He's still in what, 20s, 28. I mean, he's there's some time to figure it out. I mean, but his thing is the shift. Okay. Yeah. And I don't know. He's pushing for no more shifts. And I don't know again.
Fucking 50.
Well, again, yeah, he is. Like I said, he's a slap hitter. He can go that, yeah, if it wasn't for the shift, he would be getting some hits, dude. For sure. Second. Yeah. I mean, sure. Yeah. So I get where, someone like him figures into it. But with the shifts, it's not just him. He's against it, but like I don't know how. Do you know how like prominent it is now?
Yeah.
How do you feel about it?
I'm okay with shifting, but with the modern game, I'm okay with markers in the field, something subtle. This is just an idea. Something subtle. I like it. We've already got stripes on the field, or the lines. Even if it's just a white check to show like one on the shortstop side of the bag, one on the second base side of the bag, just a little check. So we know where that zone is. The umpire can visually look at it to make sure that he's not past, second baseman's foot isn't past that little bitty line, and the shortstop isn't too far to one side.
Or the shortstop's not standing right on second base.
Yeah, that's all we need. And then I don't give a shit what the outfielders do. And they should be able to, the first baseman should be able to fucking guard the line, stand right on the line if he wants. Because I think that's within reasonable range, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the catcher should be unrestricted. And then the third baseman, if he can crowd closer to shortstop, but you got to have some space in between them. So I think that right there kind of just solves the problem.
Yeah, that's effing brilliant. I mean, because it's one of those things. Again, I know they're sitting up there, players and owners arguing about the money and the dollars and this or that. No, there are things that need to be fixed in the game. This needs to be more watchable. Yeah. Joey Gallo in a 80s world, Joey Gallo's probably Tony Gwynn.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like with songwriting, Hank Williams would not make it. Hank Williams would not have enough money to be paying a PR firm or doing what he probably wouldn't even give a crap to have to do what most people go through today to be that, So it's just, man, with baseball, I don't know. It's just, there's so many things that the game needs right now. Hello.
Yeah. Like you said, umpiring,
shifts. Well, my point with the shifts before we move on to something else was Gallo. He wants the shifts to stop. And the stats that I saw blew my mind, because in 2013, all throughout the whole major league season, there were 6,882 shifts. 162 games per team. That's a lot of shifts, man.
Yeah.
In 2021, there was 59,000 shifts, 59,062 shifts.
Yeah.
That's making it unwatchable.
Yeah. Don't let the second baseman go beyond double play depth. You're back.
Exactly.
You're 12 steps off. You can't go any fucking further, or maybe like a little bit.
The second base is the barrier.
Yeah.
Second baseman doesn't take. I mean, you can't. No. In the shortstop, your domain stops. I mean, granted, in the heat of a ball up the middle. Hey, it's. You're going to get there and you're probably going to cross it with your momentum and whatnot, but where you're standing and you're ready, you're taking the field. Yeah, no, you should not be past second base. You should not be able to round the base, so to speak, and stand over on the right side of the second fielder. I mean, these shifts are, it's terrible. It's terrible.
Yeah. I wonder what percentage of hard hit balls
are
like exit velocity, like, cause guys standing like you're talking about, the shortstop right
Joey
behind
Gallo.
Second base bag, and they're catching it right there. That should be a missile right up the middle. If you can make a play on that, wow. But that's not fair, man. Yeah, it's not fair.
That's what you and me we're always talking about, is the fairness of the game. Everybody in the game deserves a fair shot. And then here we have a badass, Joey Gallo. What a great caliber of talent this man had. You put him anywhere in the outfield, he may be tall and lanky, but his arm, he won a Gold Glove. And here he is experiencing more shifts than anybody. That's just as bad as like all these teams going, well, he's a badass, let's keep him from getting a hit. No, you should be able to defend his hit, pitch to him, strike him out. Like this whole shift everybody on one side of the field. What?
Yeah,
you're ruining the generational talent with this. Like we talk about that with pitch trackers. How many pitchers that rubbed an umpire wrong and never got a chance because, or a batter that only had 2 games and he ended up with the same umpiring crew the whole series and just got crappy. It's an all-inclusive game, man. It is a fight and scrap, but once you get there, it needs to be fair for everybody.
No, I totally agree, man. And I
didn't mean to get on a soapbox.
No, but it killed. How many big left-handed boppers' careers did it ruin? Look at Carlos Pena That
Ooh.
guy, that guy, that guy could just flat out rake, and he had power. Even when he was hitting with power, he was only hitting like 190, 180, 170. And he's gone from the big leagues and it's still in phenomenal shape. But I think it's because guys like that hit the shit out of the ball, but you got a second baseman playing shallow right field. You got a shortstop playing fucking shallow center. And you got the third base over there and the first baseman who's probably playing fucking deep too. I just don't think that's in the spirit of the game. And the modern game is so fast and these guys are so strong that the way the game is and with the human eye, it can't be played that way anymore. It has to.
Yeah,
it has
that's
to progress.
it has to. That is where pitch tracker and a laser down the foul lines, everything. I mean, they've gotten home runs wrong, foul balls wrong. Yeah. After going and looking at it, these dipshits still go into the camera booth, look at the footage that we're all looking at, still come out and protect and still miss it. I mean, that's the absolute worst. But hey, it's the same thing with like songwriting. You and me both being songwriters. That's what, like anybody, I want anybody to have a fair shot, you know? And that's why I'm vocal about all these guys that get up there and start blocking the channels for anybody else to see where they're at or to get to where they're at. Right. It's an absolute free for all in that regard. It's like, it's not a fair game. You know, like same thing with going in there and, you know, getting your fair shot with singing your song. Okay, you got one song. Hey, Willie Nelson wants to hear you or whatever. Like you have to get it down to where it's fair for everybody. This is the parameters. It's not ergonomics. It's just like, this is the game. This is how it's done. Yeah. Like if we could make the music business about that, it's going to come down to lyrics. It's going to come down. It's not to album sales. There needs to be a war with songwriting, you know, like, was there a story told? Was this or that? Because I mean, I see some things like on Twitter today. I hope I'm not going too far off the track.
Pretty far.
Because, well, no, I mean, keep it. We're songwriters on baseball. I mean, you know, I'm like, well, hey, baseball. We know the parallels between baseball and songwriting. Everybody deserves a fair shot, you know. But
no, you're
it's
right.
Like, yeah, baseball, but not everybody. Like, obviously, Joey's not getting a fair shot.
Yeah, a lot of those guys aren't. If you've got that much strength and you can make that hard of contact, you should be rewarded with a fair shot at getting a hit. And it's not fair anymore.
The shift's terrible, man. I mean, the same thing, like it just across the board. You know, I know I don't mean to fall down that way. I just know it's just, those are the more important things of the game. And it just sucks that very few improvements are going to come out of these talks. If the season happens at all, if the season happens at all, it's already completely damn near unwatchable because of bad calls and balls and strikes and shifts and just it's
tanking teams.
It's tanking and it's just, yeah, it's bad shape, dude. You know, I love it. Like, but they really expect us to keep paying for this. What I mean, this little episode they're going through.
I know, and to pay so much to be able to watch games on TV for like on MLB TV or to go to games is so expensive.
Man. Well, they're locked into their cable deals, dude. They don't care. They'll probably get paid for that.
Yeah.
Season or not, it's probably contractual, like, you know.
Yeah.
Well, you got to do it. But, you know, that the other thing with I was going with like relating it to songwriting and, you know, kind of comparing, you know, the old days to regular days. One of the things I saw today was, I don't know, you like Tupac?
Yeah,
you know a little bit of hip hop. Yeah.
I love
his song, Keep Your Head Up.
Keep Your Head Up.
Yeah. And, you know, we all came from a woman. I don't know why, you know, we get our name from a woman, our game from a woman. Yeah. You know, like that. Oh man, he was so awesome. But then somebody made the comparison with some other current rap dude. I don't know, but it's just like spending 10 racks on a new chain. My bitch do cocaine. Yeah.
So
you know,
fucking dumb now, right?
Yes.
Where are the Tupacs?
Yes. Well, yeah. I mean, I just don't think people look up and realize how dumbed down everything is, or how profitized America's pastime is, or how everything's revolving around it. It's crazy to me. What's going on? What's the kitty cat doing?
Fucking cat just knocked a bag of dog treats. He just knocked off an empty container of fucking cashews that I got to sweep up now, and he doesn't give a fuck that I'm filming a show right now.
Okay, because I kept seeing you look. I'm like, what are you looking at?
Yeah, luckily hopefully it doesn't show it on the video, but yeah, we got to take this shit up a notch, man. We're gonna have to get some guests. We're gonna start some regular segments. I think it's time.
We've been shaking the cobwebs off, man. It's been a minute.
Yeah.
You moving and like it's definitely. Yeah, I agree. I mean, same thing with like Fugazi. I mean, getting some good music. I want to talk to some musicians about baseball too. Yeah. I mean, hey, let this be an open invite. Hit us up on our YouTube channels and Facebook. You know, private message us, whatever. But I definitely like talking about it. But I'm sure everybody's just as angry as us about the state of things right now.
Yeah, luckily, COVID has chilled the fuck out from what we can tell. And things seem to be opening up everywhere except in fucking Seattle. Where we're like the last place, this liberal fucking bastion of the West. Don't get me wrong, I'm progressive and I'm for a lot of progressive things.
I'm just an abolitionist now.
Yeah.
I'm not claiming I'm progressive left. Yeah, no. Oh, I was just abolish it all.
Yeah. I don't even know how to describe myself.
I try to be a critical thinker.
There you go. I try to be a critical thinker. It gets too critical out here.
Well, question everything. Like again, whether it's one of those guys on Fox News or that Rachel Maddow or whatever side of the coin, they all defend themselves in court as entertainment. None of them have. Once the fairness doctrine got thrown out, we've been, as a nation, we've been screwed with propaganda ever since.
No, I agree. And even though
terrible.
I agree with a lot of what Rachel Maddow says, she is.
Or Bill Maher.
Entertainment. Yeah.
Bill Maher. Yeah, like
it's entertainment.
Sometimes he be like speaking my language. Other time I'd be like, "Fuck you, man! Fuck you, Bill."
I know.
You know, like, hey, wait a minute, you're bought off too, you bastard, man. Ain't nothing worse. No, they bought you too. Okay. Like, I don't know if I'll be able to save your head once the guillotines start showing up.
Right.
You know. But no, it's just like up to date today, being Sunday, March 6th, it got worse. Before we started the podcast, I looked one of the articles that said literally conditions have worsened overnight with the talks between the owners and the players. Another couple, weeks or whatever. They're just loving not paying the players right now. Because they're all still making money. Even right now, baseball not being played, why else would you be willing to cancel the whole season?
Yeah, they tried to charge me for MLB TV the other fucking day.
Whoa.
Are you fucking kidding me? You motherfuckers.
No, buddy.
Man, got my money back. What do you mean you want to charge me for some baseball? You motherfuckers.
Are you kidding me, man? No, I might tweet that, bro. I might tweet that to my followers.
Yeah, they did and they refunded it. I guess spring training is supposed to have started, and so they were supposed to have played games. There should have been something to televise.
Some spring chain games,
Yeah. So even though spring training wasn't going, they still fucking charged me. Like, I'm just mad.
Yeah. I'm blown away, man.
I'm just upset about the people that are around the game, that depend on this shit. The seasonal workers and the small businesses.
The stewards of the actual stewards of the game, the guys out there doing the grass and the field and selling the hot dogs.
Yeah.
It's the one place I eat hot dogs, man.
Yeah. And the families that, that vacation sometimes, or maybe this is their first time in Florida and they plan their trip to go see, maybe their favorite player, or or a rookie that they know, they were going to go see in spring training. That there's nothing like, I've never been to spring training, but I understand there's nothing like it. You're so close to the field and the fields are so small, and you see the rookies and the veterans.
If you've ever been to a minor league game,
yeah,
I'm sure. I mean,
sure.
I don't know how, like, what's the closest you ever been to the field?
Other than being on it?
Well, yeah. I mean, at a major league game, I mean,
Like,
or a minor
like
league, or, like,
yeah.
a professional game is what I meant. Yeah.
2 rows behind.
Not that you aren't a professional quality, baseball player, but I mean,
no, like 2 rows. I've sat 2 rows away from the field at a Cardinals game. I think that wasn't versus the Mariners. And at the minor leagues, pretty much the same thing. I've sat down on the third baseline at several minor league fields.
Behind the net?
On the left? No, I've never sat there. That close.
Okay,
but behind the dugout. I mean, not the home dugout. Yeah. Or there's a couple rows over there. At some minor league fields. Because I had a thing where I went to a ton of minor league games.
Okay. Yeah, me too. It's such a great game. It's such a beautiful game.
Yeah.
I mean, minor league level. Man, it's so still good. It's so good. Yeah.
Like I went to see the Memphis Redbirds. That was great. Like the Tulsa Drillers. I haven't been to a Rainiers game, even though I lived in Tacoma.
To say they were hiring the pitch tracker,
Yeah.
They're probably still probably looking for that position. But what I wanted to tie that into the spring training was the same way. I was at a Frisco Rough Riders game. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And we were behind the net, like almost behind home plate. The people you see on TV. We weren't quite there.
Yeah.
But like that, I've said this before on past podcasts, like, put me a microphone on the catcher's helmet, for crying out loud, because the pop of the ball in the mitt and the batter at the end of the protection of the net. Like, I can only imagine that spring training, seeing your boy, the Goldschmidts, and like that close, like he's right freaking, oh my God, he's going to crack one. I mean, right there. Like, same thing with the pop of the ball in the glove from a 102 mile per hour pitch. Just, oh my God, what a beautiful sound.
It is.
But yeah, I guess there's none of that this year. I thought it was like, if they miss a whole season, like, you might as well just get over the game, right? I mean, are they really trying to kill it?
They're working towards it.
It really seems like that. It's almost eerie. Like, you can't really be this. I mean, it's same thing with society. Are you really mishandling this shit? Like, nobody got Medicare during a pandemic. Nobody, I mean, like, are you really this inept?
So many.
Yeah. Especially with baseball. Oh my God.
Well, like you're saying with healthcare and shit, we can talk about stuff like that a little bit. We missed out on a lot of opportunities. We just got caught up with these with Manchin and
billionaires. The billionaires don't think that they'll all. I mean, Manchin. We need there needs to be term limits. I just go on and on about like all the crap they're feeding us, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely bunch of freaking platitudes. God, they make me sick.
You know what we ought to do next week?
What?
Speaking of not platitudes, but
the opposite.
Yeah.
Gratitudes and platitudes and attitudes. That song we wrote.
Yes, still digging on that. Yeah, we've got to keep up with that. Oh, we got to.
As we say that, gratitudes, platitudes. Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I didn't mean to interrupt. What were you gonna say?
No. What was I? I was thinking about having maybe 1 or 2 of the guys that were working on the comic book on this.
Oh yeah. Love that.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm
glad you said that.
It's going to be called War Party.
Oh, okay. Okay.
The book, and it's going to be starring Captain Paiute.
Nice.
A top secret government run black operations group of Native American superheroes named the Talons. Because
that's awesome, dude.
They're working,
I like that.
They're working within the government because every group, there's conspiracies, and
Oh, you had
we
told
know
me
are
the
true.
basic. You had
Oh,
told me the
did I
base.
tell you? Okay,
Yeah.
well, okay. You
Oh,
already
you're just
forget.
giving me more character
No,
names.
no.
Oh,
Yeah, but
I didn't. Yeah, that's you
did
can
I?
let the cat out of the bag.
Yeah, this is what I'm kind of
Yeah.
doing. Yeah,
Yeah.
because it isn't out anywhere, and so a couple of people that watch our show are going to get some cool information. But no,
About a comic book that's about to come out. That's
yeah, and
that's sweet.
the Talons. We've got a Bigfoot character named Magi. We've got an ass-kicking goon type character, goon / Hellboy called Kill Bear.
Love the sketches, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if I could pull anything up and share screen.
Well, I was going to tell you, in the subject of comic books, that was a cool thing. Hanging out with the niece and nephews.
Oh yeah,
yeah. We went to the comic book shop. Oh heck yeah, everybody grabbed a comic. There's Star Wars comics. My niece grabbed some Wonder Woman comics. My little one grabbed a Scooby Doo and some Disney stuff.
Yeah.
And of course, I was like, oh, my dad's buying. Oh, I'll go ahead and get the Swamp Thing I need. But say change it 10 to 16. They're going up to 16 now.
Oh, nice. Does that mean it got extended?
Again, this comic book shop owner, I know a little more, better than this other place I sometimes go to.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, those are great, man. Yeah, these are awesome. Yeah, Foxfire. But he said he can't even keep Swamp Thing, in stock. He said it's one of his. It's just moving.
Really?
But I've always felt like it always has, though. Like,
yeah.
Why is it not just why isn't it like on issue 1,000 by now, or whatever it would be? It would probably be in the 700s or something. If it just kept going, it had some sort of continuity. But hey, man, it's great. It's great. But I'm going to hold it off.
All right, I'll put that screen share. I just want to put
some of those out there.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, so it's going to be this big crossover comic book, and in addition to that, we're starting a company.
Which publisher?
We're going to be the publisher.
Nice.
That's leading into the next thing is we're starting a company called Resilient Press.
Nice.
And we're going to put out, this is going to be our first book. It's going to be like 64 pages of superhero 90s style action. 90s style with better representation and a little bit better story. Yeah, still going to be a beat 'em up, and it's
the 90s are not a golden era of comics necessarily. Yeah,
but just action packed and fun and easy to read. You get introduced to these other characters that the press is going to put out, like Captain Paiute and Kill Bear. And there's going to be these other books that come out under this publisher. So we've got a press, we've got a publisher. Raphael, the president, just sent over the contract last night.
Nice. That's exciting, dude.
Yeah,
because I have all the copies of your previous comic book, so I'm definitely going to want a copy of this one once it comes out to add to my collection.
Absolutely, dude. We're going to have variant covers. I want them to remember those like gold foil covers?
Yes.
Or some like 3D covers or something.
I found a couple of those. But as a kid, it's like, I got to find what the F is in this thing, man.
Yeah.
The gold seal.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Like that's embossed covers, or we're thinking about putting out a variants, different covers, and when you put them all together, you see the whole team.
Oh man, that's cool.
Yeah.
It's like
the whole war printing
or a puzzle. Like I know Garbage Pail Kids, on the back of their cards, you get certain, it has put them all together. It has a bigger, Garbage Pail Kid,
We're going to do trading cards.
Good.
I'm annoying the guys with them, but like if we have one for every character, and remember the Jim Lee ones? I've been talking about this. I've been a nerd about this to the guys on the team. Like, Richard, shut up about fucking trading cards. Like, no, they were awesome. And we're trying to appeal to people our age. There are a lot of people, I don't know, what are we, Gen X? We're definitely
absolutely Gen X.
Okay. A lot of people our age, a little bit younger, a little bit older, who remember that era and when comic books were really fun and they discovered comic books. And so that stands out to people like that. And I think
Well, same with
kids,
trading cards though too.
Mhm.
That's when we discovered the analytics, the stats. Oh, what did Tony Gwynn do last year? Well, I got it right here on my card.
Yeah, exactly. So, and then kids can collect those. You can collect all of those. And they're just a fun thing. We'll have like on the back, the Jim Lee ones that had like power meter, durability, energy projection, that stuff. And kids are going to be like, oh, wow, how does he compare to Captain Paiute? And then collectors will want them. I just think they're a fun idea. And speaking of that, the other day, Marvel is re-releasing all of those Jim Lee trading cards from the 90s.
Dude, they either took your conversation and said, oh, somebody's listening again. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, no, that's funny because like there's so much movement in that market. Like me being a Garbage Pail Kids fan, these guys, I mean, I like Garbage Pail Kids, but these guys are effing serious, dude. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm on a couple of groups on Facebook and this and that, and I just, like, say me, I love Hot Wheels, my Hot Wheels group. I can't afford to keep up with the hobby, but, same thing with Garbage Pail Kids. I love them, but I can't keep up with all these sets and buying boxes, and they love ripping them open. You got to, there's just a whole, whether it's Pokemon or, it's a thing, man. I remember it. I loved getting a pack of baseball cards. Man.
Yeah, loved it.
Love it.
Get a piece of these superhero
crap
cards.
gum in the back.
Yep.
That hopefully didn't ruin the card.
Yeah, right. I had a few good cards. that happened too. You know who collects Hot Wheels now?
Who?
My son and grandson.
Oh.
You go into my grandson, who's going to be 4. He's got a Hot Wheel bed.
Wow.
It's like the size of a fucking Ford Escort in his bedroom.
That's
and it's
awesome.
Blue. I should have got a picture of it. And it's like hollowed out. And there's mattresses in it. Yeah. So he's got this race car bed. And it's got the spoiler as the headboard,
That is awesome.
And above his bed, he's got like 4 Hot Wheels with pins hanging on his wall.
Oh wow, that's cool.
4
man.
years old.
That's I know, man.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's good for Brad too. Like, that's what I said. My some people go through what their midlife crisis and buy cars and this and that, but it's a lot cheaper to buy little bitty cars than it is real size cars. But it's fun for you being a parent to like, oh hey, these are kind of fun. Like that's Neely's already liked them, and we left do they have any Hot Wheel tracks?
Mm-hmm. They didn't set any up, but they've got
but that is like you could buy those strips. My nephews, when they got here from Japan, my parents said they went right to Neely's Hot Wheels.
Nice,
because they don't have a lot of toys, but they had the loop-de-loop and the curbs, and even when we got there, they were just. It's amazing how much fun kids have with Hot Wheels and Matchbox.
What do you think I did? What do you think I did with my grandbabies?
You had some fun too.
I brought them. My friend Cindy got them. She went shopping for me to bring a little gift for a travel gift for the grandbabies. So she got them each a Hot Wheel. And their dad asked them, okay, do you want to collect this or do you want to play with it?
Oh, wow.
Because usually they buy 2,
Kudos, Brad.
Yeah. And so
that's the way to do it.
Uh-huh. So they both wanted to play with them. Well, we got Maggie a purple like lowrider. She's like, her favorite color is purple. And then my favorite color is black and red. So I got Kevin a race car that looked like the bed that he slept in, Nice. And we went in the kitchen and we set up. He got his food truck toy out, and we got a rescue ambulance out in case any of the racers got hurt.
Oh yeah, absolutely! It's so much fun. Kids are the best, man.
They are. I can't believe I'm talking about playing Hot Wheels with 4-year-olds on my show, but.
Hey, it's what I do too, man. Yeah. I mean, we even here at our clubhouse, sometimes we'll run it from here, we're gonna put it up here. Yeah, and hey, it's absolute fun.
It is, man.
Man, and kids, I mean, I like the idea of getting kids into collecting and caring about things, like again, a collection is something that could be very kind to you. Very, very kind. I mean, I have literally lived 2 years off of not really having a job, just living off of my collections.
Right.
So people say, you make money selling Hot Wheels? There's a lot of dudes making money at selling Hot Wheels, dude. Like,
that's
and
true.
there's some of them aren't even collectors. Like I said, when I go out and I hunt at these shows, a lot of times I'm not hunting for my collection. I'm hunting to just make some money. I know.
Exactly.
I know what Hot Wheels can sell,
You gave me a hard time about one Hot Wheel transaction we ever had.
You remember? Oh my God, our Hot Wheel. Ours was actually a Corgi. Ours was a Corgi transaction. It was a Corgi Batmobile. He sold it to me for $20, and it was one of those deals where I was like, I found somebody online that had sold one for $5.
Did you really?
But there was somebody else that was trying to sell them for $100. But when I finally, hey man, that was worth the $20 for it to be in my possession, for one, because it was that was what you had. You gave me a carded version of a Batmobile, literally from my birth year, 74. I thought, yeah, that's every bit worth $20. And then when I ended up selling it through the time gap I'm talking about now, I ended up getting I remember telling you a time, I think I got $22 at
it. Hey man, you flipped it.
After eBay fees,
Yeah, yeah. The next guy will flip it for 25.
Yeah. So man, it's even that's fun, man. But the last Hot Wheels show I went to, I don't know if they've been to one. God forbid, don't go there. Oh man, it's hard not to spend money, because I end up finding, like, I do have a little sweet spot of stuff that I'm not gonna sell because I like it, unless you really got the money to talk. But
right,
I normally don't buy more than $25-$30 worth of stuff at estate sales, but I ended up spending $25 at a show. It was just all me. I was like, I found something I'd never seen before.
Yeah.
And a drag butt. Sometimes when I see something that's like, scratches my itch, oh yeah, I better hope I have the money, because
yeah, I'm like that at Comic Cons when I used to go to them, dude. It's so hard when you're when you're there and I'm supposed to be there making money,
and it's right there. You see it right there. Yeah,
you see all this cool shit, and I try not to do too much roaming, but like at the end, when things are dying down on the last day, I'll go around and flip through some long boxes, and I found some really cool shit. Just some really cool stuff. I look for like old cool covers and like team ups and
that scratches my itch too. Oh yeah,
Submariner versus Hulk.
Yeah, I loved all those.
Yeah,
especially the crossovers. Damn.
Yeah.
No, yeah, that's the good thing, man. It definitely collecting. It's just freaking great hobby, man. Teaches you how to value things.
Yeah. I'm glad they're learning.
Good for little kids.
Yeah, it'll translate to stocks or other investments.
Well, I don't even tell my daughter, like, I've never even posted. I've bought twos, the second one of one, and like put it fully carded away and let her play with one. Sometimes you don't always have that luxury though, because but I haven't really taught her the idea of collecting yet. So that gives me, I'm going to start doing that, because that gives me an idea. Like, mine just turned 4. Yeah. He's 4 and he's already, I'm going to start giving her that option. That's really cool, man.
Yeah.
Because I hadn't previously, but they did put out a Barbie Dream Camper.
Ooh.
Hot Wheel.
All right.
Pink. So if I see pink, pink. I got to get pink. And then purple. I'm like you too. But there's so few pink things in that Barbie. I didn't see it, man. I didn't see it, man. It was gone. Like, people are literally like, they chase whether it's a Kroger or a Target.
Oh, sure.
When that new box comes out, they're looking for the treasure hunts and stuff. But that Barbie, it was hard to find. It took me the whole entire year to find that.
And
Like,
you
I
did
think
find it. Okay, cool.
I did finally find it. And then I had the regret of not buying two, because there was a second one there. And I thought, oh, she just needs that to play with. But I'm like, what? And then I've done that sometimes and gone, you know what? I better go back and get that. Turn around, gone. You know, when it's there, get it.
Yeah, don't miss out, man.
Don't miss out. Like, I've never even seen this on the shelf before. Yeah, I'm going to get two of them. There's two of them here.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Save time, not money.
And you'll make your money back.
Mm-hmm.
You know, absolutely. That's the whole thing with buying two. That one to keep. But yeah, you keep that one pristine. Yeah, there's going to be somebody going to pay a pretty penny for it.
Yeah. Hey, man, we'll probably wrap up here soon in a bit, but have you had a chance to watch Reservation Dogs yet? I don't remember if we talked about it or not.
No. Where is it at? Because
Hulu.
I know. Okay.
Hulu
okay.
or FX. If you probably don't have cable, but it's on Hulu. I can give you my login.
Well, my brother's got a Disney account.
So you can watch The Mandalorian and fucking Boba Fett and get caught up.
I want to see Loki too, and yeah, I'm gonna get caught on Star Wars and Loki. I want to see Loki. I've never seen it, and then Moon Knight is gonna be here.
I can't wait for Moon Knight. Let's watch that trailer. Let's watch the trailer.
Oh
together.
my god! Oh.
We're gonna get in trouble here.
We might get in trouble, but oh my god! Hey, it's still issue number 3. That one run of Moon Knight. You remember that issue? That is still one of the best comic book.
The Declan Shalvey one, the one.
With the Egyptian. Oh my gosh! Can
you see?
I mean, it's screen? All. Yeah, I see it.
All right.
Oh my gosh, that one comic book. Yeah, I love Moon Knight. I can't wait for this show. So I don't know. I don't even think, is there even a comic book out right now? I haven't seen it. Because it's the same thing, man. Why can't Moon Knight just have a freak? Can you just give the man a run that won't end? Please?
I know.
Oh, man. Was it Vishu, the Egyptian god? I'm giddy with it. I'm sorry. I've always done Mark Spector.
Hey, Google, stop.
Love Ethan Hawke. Are they dropping this whole season at the same time?
I doubt it.
No, don't they do that? That's what they do. Don't they drop the whole season?
No, weekly.
Oh, man.
Isn't that?
Oh, man, I would binge watch the things. I'd be the first one to watch it all the way through. Oh, my God.
No, they do it now. How they're doing it with these shows is they're doing it like old school TV, and it comes on Tuesday night at 8 or whatever night. That's what they did with The Mandalorian.
I hate that.
You know,
that's
you
like
can't binge
it's like
watch
comic
it
book issues.
Uh-huh.
Give me the
floppies.
Give me the graphic novel. Dang
yeah. That you're lucky. That's what you get to do with The Mandalorian and Boba Fett and.
Well, exactly. Yeah.
Then you get to watch the Clone Wars because the Clone Wars are on there.
Oh my gosh. Well, yeah. Man, but to say, my brother, I think put it already downloaded on my dad's TV too. Oh my gosh.
You got to catch up, man.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm way behind on like film for sure.
Yeah, I still got a lot of holes to plug in too, but
Well, living on the the dregs outskirts of society, it's not the easiest thing to buy into the capitalist pigs.
Yeah.
Trying to rob us at every corner.
I know there's some
Every
good
fee and charge.
I know there's some good creators out there though that deserve our support.
Absolutely, man. And absolutely. Yeah. Jeff Lemire, Sweet Tooth. My Sweet Tooth comic books are worth some money. I didn't know, now that it's a series. Have you seen it? It's on Netflix.
No, I want to go back.
Are you familiar with the comic book?
Yeah, I want to go back and read the books before I watch the show.
Absolutely. Dude, yeah, I'm ready to watch the show. I've read the Sweet Tooth books.
Yeah, I'm excited about that one.
Yeah, I loved it. Jeff Lemire is he's top. He's top of his game. He's just
I love his stuff. Yeah. Dude, you gotta read Black Hammer. Go get the graphic novel for the collected trade for Black Hammer. You'll love it.
Really?
Yeah, I know you will. I've been trying to get you on it for years. I stopped reading it after the first 20 issues. I stopped collecting anything.
Well, again, I tell my comic book shop that guy that I stopped by this one in Fort Worth, but the guy that I frequent out in Corsicana, Boomtown Comics, I just told him today, I would love to be able to be a Wednesday warrior, but with the price of comics and, with everybody basically in poverty these days, it's man, oh my gosh. But hey, man, I support him every chance I get. And I had $5 off on my frequent flyer card. Nice. Despite my dad dropping some dough. Hey, it's got $5 off. That basically paid for my swamp thing.
Nice.
Because it was all about the kids. I didn't want to get caught up. I was more let's look for you guys,
Yeah.
It's fun. They love that. Well, dude, again, I've had a blast day. What a great birthday show, bro.
Yeah, thanks for making time for it, man. It's good to talk to you.
Thank you for making time for it, man. You're going through a lot.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to be able to be there this weekend for you, man, and see you in person, but it just didn't work out. But
it's meant to happen at some point. It'll happen.
Yeah.
Said. Well, we'll see how Texas treats me, and we'll see how Washington treats you.
Yeah.
They'll give you a second chance. Now you're kind of coming back.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll kind of restart the motor. Gotta tune up.
That's what I had to do when I came back to Texas. I guess I'm coming back.
Yeah.
Here I am.
Let's make the most of it, man. All right, brother. It was great doing the show with you. Let's get this uploaded again. Hey, everybody. Thanks for listening. I'm on TikTok now. And I've got a segment called Hey Google where I ask Google some deep questions. And you can check that out.
I am definitely checking that out.
Yeah, so we're gonna do that. And
answering questions is my forte.
Did you just hear Google?
What did she say?
You can ask me anything. What can I help you with? She's talking nothing, Google, never mind. So anyway, that's what the segment's called. And I asked some fun questions. And I'm trying to get some content up there now. So thanks for listening and watching, everybody. I'm Richard Crosong.
And I'm Hank Van Hawkins.
And we are SOBs, Songwriters on
Baseball.
And other topics.
And everything else.